All right, we are live. Super excited to have you guys on. Hopefully, everybody had a great week. So, what I'm doing right now, I'm going to do this on Facebook Live, Instagram, and YouTube instead of using the Zoom. So, as you guys hop on, go ahead and drop inside the comments, whether you're on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. Put in the comments where you guys are calling in from. Hope that everybody had an absolutely fabulous weekend. And one thing I'm going to do right now as well is I want you to take this link right now that you just got, and I want you to blast it to as many people as you can. I'm going to put "We Are Live" right now, and this is going to go to all the social media fronts that I'm on, and I'm excited to be able to talk to you about this subject today. So let's go ahead and get into this. Today is episode 1262. So we're getting near 1300 episodes of Morning Motivation going back a number of years. I'm excited to cover today's subject, preparing to become a winner. Go ahead and write that down. Preparing to become a winner. Now, look, I don't care if you're trading or if you're building a business, you got a job. In order to be a winner, you've got to prepare yourself to be a winner. And you've got to start improving right where you are right now. You've got to start sharpening the skills while you're waiting to get to that next point. So it's this daily progress, this weekly progress that I'm sharpening my skills every day to get to that point so that I can actually eventually reach my goal. And the reality is there's a lot of people that they're waiting for success, but you've got to prepare yourself for success. And we don't need to worry about, who's ahead of you, right? Because you can't compare the chapter 14 to your chapter 2, right? You don't have to think about when the time is just going to come. You already know it's going to come, and it's going to come in God's time and the time that you're prepared. Your job is just to keep growing, keep learning, keep preparing, and to keep getting better. It's like Tony Robbins says, progress equals happiness. And so when you're ready, the right door is going to open for you. And so you got to remind yourself that you can and you will, and you're going to go further than you thought that you could imagine. Ask yourself the question, have I come down with destination disease? Okay. Now, in the past, and I can raise my hand, I used to have destination disease. I don't have it anymore, but I was always thinking about the goals. Once I reach this rank, once I have this much in the bank account, once I have this much in investments, once we travel to this place, once, these kids are in high school, out of high school, college, whatever it is, it was always about getting to that next target. And I'm not saying to not have targets, but it was destination disease. I always thought, hey, once I get to this point, then things are really going to be great, right? And then you get there, and it's like, oh, wait, now it's about the next thing. And that's why progress, it's about continuing to make progress. That is the happiness. Like I'd say, I want to hit chairman. I want my brokerage account to be $100,000. Constantly thinking about this destination. And then you realize, what's the next thing? And so what happens is when you're comfortable, you're not learning anything new. If you have gotten comfortable or complacent, go inside the comments right now and put a 111. Maybe you got a good salary. Maybe you're making good money with your business. Maybe you're doing well with the trading. And what used to be a miracle has become common. Think about that. The income that you used to dream of, you now have, and it's become common. Now you're stagnant. It's not even that exciting because you got a new car, you got a nicer house, you're taking nice vacations, and so you're still kind of broke, right? And then what happens is you hit this destination in your mind. So you stop producing. You've become worn out. You're burned out. The dream tank is empty. You're not really going after the goals like you did before. And that's why a lot of people at the top are no longer hungry. They kind of reach this destination. They have enough money coming in. They've paid off the debts. They've been able to do the things they really wanted to do. But now they get to the point where they're no longer hungry. It's kind of like this guy behind me, Michael Jordan, the Kobe Bryants, the Jordans of life, right? They stayed hungry. When they'd ask, which championship was your favorite? And they'd always say, the next one, right? And they go on to win the next one. And eventually, people at the top fall because they are no longer hungry. They are stagnant. They're not growing. And so one of my messages for you guys, and I learned this from Arnold Schwarzenegger from the movie Stay Hungry, is you've got to stay hungry. I see many people that get to the top per se, and they're no longer doing the daily disciplines that it takes to stay at the top. I can tell you after 25 years of doing this, okay? Not 5 years, not 10 years, not 15, not 20, 25. What I'm doing right now is a 25-year track record of direct sales, network marketing, and all this kind of stuff. I can tell you I'm still doing the daily disciplines. I have not let my foot off the gas pedal. Now, today I don't have to run 200 miles an hour like I did before, but my foot is still on the gas pedal. So today it's about consistency, it's about focus, and maybe for a 30 to 60 day period of time, I put that pedal to the metal and I'm running fast, and then can let back up and stay consistent. But to remain at the top, you got to remember that you guys were created to increase. In fact, I remember hearing a stat that the average person uses 11% of their brain. Think of all the potential that you could be tapping into right now, and many people are not. I'm not saying that you are. I'm just saying a lot of people are not really tapping in to this potential that they have. And so if your skill levels are at the same place today that they were last year, maybe 5 years ago, you're at a disadvantage. For example, if you wanted to hit the next rank or you wanted to build a bigger trading account, you have got to raise your level of your thinking. And on the building side, you have to raise your level of leadership. I learned a long time ago, it's all about leadership. Leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. I learned that from John C. Maxwell. The better leader I become, the easier it's going to be to build a big business, which I've been able to do. But on the trading side, your job side, your life side, that mindset has got to change. The better leader that you become, the better rank you become. The better your people's ranks become. The better their trading accounts become. But you've got to kick it into a new gear. Look, it's 2024. You have got to produce more than what you've been producing. We can't do the same thing as last year. Now, maybe you had a great last year, but we got to take things up to another level. We got to take things up another notch. Like what you did in yesteryear, it's not going to matter today. You've got to step it up a notch. You've got to, look, I'm telling you right now, you've got a treasure inside of you. Now, a lot of you don't think so, but I believe that a lot of you watching this right now, you got a treasure inside of you. Like every person has been given gifts. There is a talent and a skill that is going to cause you to be noticed right where you are right now. Okay? And so my recommendation is this: keep sharpening your skills, because the cream always rises to the top. I just knew that if I keep charging forward and stay consistent, put my blinders on, I'm not worried about what everybody's doing, that things will work out in my favor, that the cream eventually rises to the top. Look, when I worked a job, and I only worked a job for about 2 years. It was from, like, transparency, 2003. In fact, this is actually kind of interesting. So I worked a job from 2003 to some point in 2004. So really, I only worked a job for maybe about 18 months. Okay? Every week I was sharpening my skills, always getting better. Every week I was reading new books. I had a stack of books on my desk I was going through. I was finding out what the top people were doing. In fact, I remember actually I went to lunch several times with the top people, and I wanted to learn what they were doing. And then guess what happened? I went out with those most successful people inside the company, and sometimes I even paid for their lunch if I could, even though I didn't have a ton of money at the time. But I did it so I could find out what they did. And the next thing you know, I became one of the top salespeople for that company. And so every day, you prepare yourself to be a winner. Now, first you have to see yourself as a winner, because a lot of people see themselves as someone who's just not successful, failure, a person who just quits everything. But you got to see yourself as a winner. You've got to keep sharpening your skills. You got to keep improving yourself. Remember, progress equals happiness. That is your guaranteed security and freedom. There's nothing guaranteed in this life except death, taxes, and change. Those are the only things that are guaranteed. Everything else, it's frankly up in the air. So I want you guys to create your own security and your own freedom. And how are you going to do that? By continually improving yourself. The mindset, the skills, everything that you're learning, that you're pursuing, that you're growing, every day preparing yourself to become a winner. You know, the good book says that when you are prepared, you shall not fear. When you do not prepare yourself, you are not prepared to win. The bottom line is you can't wake up every day aimlessly thinking that you're going to make it to the top. It is not going to happen. You've got to wake up with purpose and on purpose, with direction, with goals, and a strong reason, a why to make it happen today, rather than just getting through the day to pay the bills. You've got to have something stronger than that, something that actually literally pulls you out of bed. So I want you today to prepare yourself to become a winner. Put yourself in a position where it is as if you were already a chairman 10 or $10,000 in your trading account, or that you're making a certain salary at your job or something like that, that you already have a 6 and 7 figure trading account. Put yourself in the position with your mind and your action that it's already done in your mind. All right. So it's not just the thinking, it's the action behind the thinking. This is my message for you guys today. If you'd like to put an amen inside the chat box, whether you're on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, put an amen. Look, super grateful as always to have everybody here on the social media. I hope that everybody has a fantastic day. And for those who are going to Budapest, I will see you very, very soon. Have a good day, everyone. We'll talk later.